Yeah, I know why. So do you remember in one of my earlier videos, I don't know exactly which one it was, how I said there was things that I wish I looked into further, like the GPU, CPU, things that work together, and just a lot. I feel like I kind of crunched the decisions on building my PC into like 2 days and then just made decisions. Well, one of those decisions that I made a little hasty was buying a mouse. So the mouse that I currently was using, that I had in a previous life, was the Corsair M65 RBG Elite. So this actual mouse I chose because Paul's Hardware said that this was one of his favorite mice. One of his favorite things to use for aiming on the computer. And I actually like the mouse. It's a good mouse. This is it right here. Ugh, a little dirty. Need to wash that. Looks a little prettier when the RGB's lit up. My biggest complaint with this mouse were these little side panels. Those buttons right there. That is what I used to build my ramps and my walls in Fortnite. They were just too far back for me to hold my mouse. If you see how I hold my mouse, they were just too far back. I had to continually reach back when I was trying to get those buttons. I think my son got a hold of this mouse and that's why it's so dirty. It's not from my hands, obviously. The weight is good, the scroll wheel feels awesome, but it wasn't until the Model O got to my house and I opened it and I used it that I realized the error of my ways in choosing the Corsair M65 RBG Elite. So the Model O really is a step above the rest. The lightweight design that it has, and obviously it copied the Ninja Air 58 Final Mouse, which is fine. They put out a great product. I would never pay $450 for that mouse. I would not pay $450 for this mouse. I bought it from their website. Actually, they just produced the 1 millionth mouse. Glorious did, so kudos to Glorious. They produced 1 million of these mice, and I think it was within a year. That's awesome. And hands down, I can see why. This mouse is so freaking light. The scroll wheel feels so good. It's so, I don't know, quiet. It takes zero force to push that down. And these are literally perfect for my thumb to be able to build. Love it. My one and only complaint with this mouse, I guess I have 2 complaints about this mouse. I wish, and I know this would give up a little bit of weight. You know how when you go to bowling alleys, or when we used to go to bowling alleys before the whole pandemic, and you put your hand over that thing and it would blow air so it could dry off because everyone gets sweaty hands when they bowl? What if this had a little fan in it so that it could dry your hand while you were playing? That would be incredible. Just gave you your billion-dollar idea, whoever wants to invent that. But my actual complaint about this mouse is these. See that movement? That's a lot of movement. So I wish that this could have been gone away with, because I will be playing and will literally go side to side with it. It doesn't, I guess it doesn't affect my gameplay. Actually it does. If I didn't have that, I would be better than Ninja. This cord is so light, so light. So the Model O, boom, comes in 4 different color combinations. You can get white and black, glossy, glossy, matte, and matte. So I guess I could have just said there's glossy white, glossy black, matte white, matte black. This is the matte white. I didn't want to get a glossy mouse. I thought that sounded kind of slippery, and I didn't want to, you know, slip off when I'm trying to kill someone and you know, crank those 90s. So I was like, you know, matte white, way to go. I'm gonna probably roll some B-roll right here so you guys can see how great this RGB looks on it. It just looks so good. So roll that B-roll, Luke. here is the box that the Model O came in, and this is their new packaging. So when these were first shipped out, the old packaging, and if I can find a picture, I'll insert it right here, caused the cord to be like bent when it was shipped, and people were complaining about it, and so Glorious was like, got it, we're gonna fix it. So now it sits like this, and this is kind of just, you know, all sitting here all nice, so it's not bent. Good job, Glorious, you did a great job. My guess is that the complaint was on Reddit, because this whole idea of the Model O actually started on Reddit because of Glorious's CEO being a big Reddit guy. He posted on there, so kudos. So I've been using the Model O now for about a week, and I have to say I am a big fan. I love how light it is. I love that I can switch back and forth between 4 different DPI settings using this little DPI button right there. So now, just so you can have them, I'll go over the specs of the Model O. So the Model O is 61 millimeters wide at the front, 66 millimeters wide in the back, and then it is 59 millimeters wide in the middle. Overall, it is 128 millimeters long. At the max height, it is 37.5 millimeters high, and at the low spot in the front, it is 24 millimeters high. The switch type is an Emron mechanical, rated for 20 mil clicks. I don't know if that means 20 million. My guess is 20 million. It has 6 buttons. Cable type is the Ascended Cord Ultra Flexible. Mouse feet type are the G-Skates Premium Mouse Feet. Dedicated DPI sensor, yes, it's on the bottom of the mouse. Remappable DPI, yes, requires software. 16.8 million color RGB. I guess that just means that it can have a whole bunch of different colors, and it has 8 different effects. LED adjustable without software, yes. LED disable feature, yes. Why would you want to disable it? It looks so good. It doesn't affect your gameplay, so just leave it. Unless you get that distracted by it, which, I mean, it's a beautiful mouse, so maybe you can be. Software capability, Windows 7 Plus, USB port required, and then it has a 2-year warranty. Prepare for ascension. And if you didn't know, it is 67 grams. That is a light mouse. All right, now I wanted to show you guys an overview of the Glorious Model O software for your computer, how easy it is to program. Here you can program actually all 6 buttons if you want them to do different things. You can also create different macro lists if you would like. Here you can click add one, type a name. You can also set up different profiles, so if someone has a certain way that they like their DPI set or the different buttons set up, they can have it that way, and you can just switch back and forth. You can also have the color set up for the DPI to show up a different color when you're switching back and forth. So you can have, so for me, I have the DPI when it's at 400 yellow, 800 blue, 1600 red, so that way I can know which DPI setting I'm using depending on what color it is. You can also change the lighting, how bright it is, the mouse parameters. You can also change the polling rate as well as the debounce time. There's also the warning that this is an advanced user feature, and please read the owner's manual first. So that is the overview of the computer software. Super easy to use and super straightforward. All right, so in wrapping up, I highly recommend checking out the Glorious Model O. They also have the O- and the Model D, and now the pink. But yeah, check it out. You can maybe find a link below if I'm able to somehow get a link to their website. Maybe not right now, but when this video is a few weeks old, maybe it'll be there. Who knows? All right, see y'all. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I really appreciate your support and watching the videos. If you want to, you can smash that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, you can go ahead, like this video, or watch one of the other 2 videos that should be lined up next. And remember, I love you, God loves you, and continue to improve every day. Thanks. Bye.